No, 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 no. Stone Deuce, look, bread is that kickback. Sip that, hold a patty, hit that. Flip that, pass it to the left until it get back. Cause try to tell me they was hating, but I missed that. Skip that, on the microphone, yeah, it's a mismatch. Cause when they got it, they hold it, I'm nothing like these niggas. Giving not to get back, share it like recycle. Praying on me, I'm praying over my rifles. Man, it's a cold game, gotta be colder, I'm nothing like these niggas. I'm nothing like you. Talking all that ruckus, what you might do. But they really don't shit when you
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know what it is. You know who we are. I'm the microphone Messiah, Phillip Brandon, the Canadian Destroyer. BT Brandon Tanguma has joined me. Another Bullet Cast, 447. Come on now. Who else? Who else doing it like us?
Nobody. That's what it's a football reference for Phillip that he doesn't get. But anyways.
Nobody. You understand that one? Nobody who can do. Who sings that?
A lovely R&B singer.
Who? What's their name?
Their name. Let's see.
Say their name. Say it. Say it now. No, don't Google. No, I see you typing. No.
Hand up.
Hands where I can see them.
Hey Siri, who sings the Nobody song?
No. What are you doing?
Akon.
Bro?
No.
Akon. That's not even hit. Oh my.
Chief Keef. Apparently, Chief Keef did it.
Chief Keef didn't do it. No.
Well, that's what Siri told me. Siri told me Chief Keef said it.
Yeah, Siri's stupid. Don't ever disrespect Keef.
You talking ill on Chief Keef? Chief Keef?
Don't ever disrespect Keef Sweat like that again. Come on now. Yeah, we here, man. We did 2 podcasts last week.
I was close. You said Keef Sweat. I said Chief Keef.
No, it's not even close.
Not the same person.
Yeah, now all black people look alike. See, you see. Oh
no, but I do remember I took. This was when I was an educated student. I took some stupid class and we were watching some video about Chief Keef and how, he's terrible for the youth and for the children. I said, shut the fuck up. Don't talk ill about Chief Keef or I'm going to.
Ladies love songs. Now we did do 2 podcasts last week. And then you got 2 again. Brandon did the Forbidden Door recap. So go check that out. 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
Of course, I tell myself, I don't feel like there's nothing that much happening. And then here we are 40 minutes later. I'm just still blabbering. So there you go.
Okay, man. Outside the ring, last week, Vincent Kennedy McMahon's 80th birthday. Happy birthday to VKM. Looks like it was a star-studded event. See Ms. Marie, Sheamus, I think, but McIntyre, Titus, Jerry the King Lawler.
Still alive. Good for him.
Still kicking. Come on now. Shout out VKM, man. Swerve towards meniscus had surgery.
Yeah, this has been in the works, I guess, for a few years now. It seems like at this point, since like 2021, that Swerve has had some sort of knee injury, and he's just been working through it. He's basically had the best run of his career since tearing his knee, which is kind of crazy to think of. But he finally went under the knife. Talked about on Forbidden Door. They did an angle to kind of write him off, as well as Will Ospreay. He's gone with a neck injury, so 2 of probably AEW's top 4 guys gone for the foreseeable future, probably till the end of the year at least. So it's going to be interesting to see how the company bounces back from that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really is. Raw moving to 7 p.m.
Yeah, allegedly.
EST.
That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or
not EST, not the quickest, the fastest, not that EST.
No, not that one. That's the Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, so shocker. We got football season coming up next week, next Thursday.
Football's not real, bro.
But we got Monday Night Football. That's been the constant for Raw, going head to head ever since it started, and they are moving it up to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I believe, September 15th. So in 2-3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, Raw's going to start earlier. We're getting these earlier shows right now. I mean, while we're recording, spoiler alert, SmackDown is on right now because it's overseas. We've had European shows these past 3 weeks with the, advent of Netflix and everything. All the, those shows are airing live, compared to the tape delay like we've been used to for the past 30 years, damn near. So, Raw's been a relatively shorter show. It's average around 2.5 hours. So, starting at 7, ending at about 9:30, probably best for for all involved, and obviously from the business aspect, they're trying to steal a little bit of viewership away. Because even when we did have the ratings, we could see that once football started, when Raw was 3 hours and they started earlier, um, they would kind of lose viewers as football would go on.
Yeah. Yeah, they would. But it's okay. We're on Netflix. We're doing big things right now with Netflix. Didn't Netflix just get a didn't they didn't they acquire a baseball property?
I don't know.
No, didn't they? Didn't Netflix acquire a baseball property?
I mean, if it would be those stupid Savannah Bananas.
No, like some MLB show or something, right?
Let's see, Netflix baseball.
Brandon, I thought you would have known
I
about
mean, they're gonna host the Home Run Derby.
it. No, I thought it was something else.
Oh, the World Baseball Classic. Let's see, Netflix baseball. Netflix to become Japan's exclusive home for the 26th World Baseball Classic. Well, we're not in Japan, buddy. But if you get a VPN, use NordVPN. Hit me up. I'll send you my referral link. I get a free month. You get a free month. Everyone, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It's all good and fun. But yeah, I don't see anything.
Mm, mm.
Anyways,
Okay.
Philip, there was a Stephen Brandon Roman Reigns podcast, I've been told.
Yes, but before that, Leilani Ella Rhodes was born. Congratulations to Cody and Brandy. They have another child.
Good for them.
We didn't know this one was happening. Kept it super under wraps. You love to see that.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people saying it's a surrogate. Some people, I don't know if it was a surrogate. Good for them. I don't know what's going on with their personal lives, and
Damn, who
that's people because they had they did the Brandy interview, and Brandy was not showing. She was super not pregnant when they did that interview.
how
Unless
long
they
ago
like,
was that though?
what was that like? I don't know, 3 months ago.
I don't know. We'll see.
I
We'll
don't
see.
know. Good for them.
Good for them. Yes, good for them. Shout out to them.
We didn't get a baby gender reveal on Raw or on SmackDown, which was shocking. Too
That's
bad we didn't get
shocking.
one of those.
Yes, but Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the OTC one was on the Stephanie McMahon podcast. I haven't. There's like 10 more minutes I have to see of it, but overall, it's great. It's a great podcast. Roman was talking about like life growing up and being on the grind and the stuff with Paul Heyman and working with her father. So it's a good interview, man. He talked about his time at Georgia Tech and just kind of like the things he learned from all these different coaches in his life. The things he learned from his football coaches, little league coaches, things he learned from Vince, and how he put them all together to be the man he is today. Good stuff. Good, very good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything, but I'm sure I'll see clips of Roman. I did see Roman yelling at people for the thigh slap.
Yeah. That's on there. They're slapping your thighs. What are you doing? I'm not a thigh slapper. I don't do that.
Roman just spams the cock in of the
Well,
fist.
he has to load it for it to truly be effective.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's just simple mechanic is
Yeah,
mechanic
like
and
it's this. Like how you got to rev your engine a little bit to get it going.
yeah.
Same thing. SmackDown last week. Logan Paul and John Cena have a promo, and John Cena, bro, he's back to cooking people. He's back to cooking them boys. He said you used our platform to launch your sports drink brand. He called him a parasite. It's like oh. So they do all that, and then Drew McIntyre tells him, like, you got to get your lick back. You got to get him back. And then you fast forward to the end of SmackDown. Cena's leaving. Nick Aldis catches up with him. He says, basically alluding to Brock's going to be in Paris. And then he gets knocked out by Logan Paul to end the show.
And then it didn't look good, so we had to retape it and then air it for the States.
Who cares? Bro, like, that's another thing. People complaining about that. Like, who cares? Who cares?
I don't care, but I just had to bring it up because I'm a dick. But yeah, I mean, I thought the Cena promo was very good. It's one thing to do this promo against a fellow comrade like CM Punk, where you probably want to try to build him up and do something with him compared to a heel like Logan Paul. But those have kind of been the two highlights of the Cena run thus far in terms of his promos, and it kind of showcases when Cena is, I don't say motivated because who knows what his motivations are, but if he's, he has something to chew on, he has something to do instead of just kind of going through the motions like we saw during that whole heel run, he just going after the fans. Cena can still bring it. on the mic wise. Now we saw him bring it
Yes.
in ring wise
Big
against Cody. Now can he do it against Logan? We'll have to wait and see.
big news. Big news. John Cena apologized to the kid from Brussels. The kid from Brussels is at the SmackDown in France today. So they
Damn,
got
I
that.
want to. What does his parents do?
Um, who knows?
They
But
probably, they'd probably be making some money for them to be in Brussels and then being over in France. Like I understand Europe's a lot closer than we think. You could take the train and go all over the place. But damn, okay.
yes, that's the big news. That's the big news. Um, oh Jesus, this other news. Yeah, I didn't really want to talk. I mean, this is a very delicate situation. I assume you saw what happened at Knox Pro on
I
Friday.
mean, everybody saw what happened at Knox
Yeah,
Pro.
yeah, bro. Roger Jackson, the son of MMA, can we say legend?
Absolutely legend.
Okay, MMA legend Rampage Jackson, assaulted wrestler Psycho Stu in the ring, caused a whole bunch of controversy. Jesus Christ, man. Brandon, what was your take on this whole thing?
I kind of saw like obviously at first I saw the initial clip of Raja taking him down and then just absolutely pummeling him like 21 times, I believe, uninterrupted, just battered him in the face. And so, you see that, you're like, what the hell's going on here? And then I start to see more stuff and start to put the whole story together. And it's just a sad, bad story, just all the way around. I mean, it started in the beginning with Stu thinking he was a worker, thinking he was a wrestler, so he had a beer bottle or beer can smashed over his head and whatever. And then he apologized, and then Raja or I, forgive me, I don't know like all the names involved with everybody, but there's another wrestler who was involved who was trying to rile him up and said,
Oh,
you got to get your
AJ,
receipt.
AJ Mono. I've been out there with him too.
You got to get your receipt, and they wanted to do an angle, even though like I don't understand why you would do an angle because everyone who would know is going on is just watching this on the stream, and they all know it's fake, and the people in the building at the actual wrestling show aren't gonna know who this guy is. And so he gets riled up, and while he's gonna go do this angle, the chat, because he's live streaming this whole thing on
Yeah,
Kick, is like is ru-
there are core pieces that are missing. Um, yeah, man.
and the chat's riling him up this whole time, basically because it also dates back to like a week or two ago when he had a concussion because he got knocked out by somebody who was apparently way smaller than him. So the chat is like saying basically like I know it says no cursing. It calls him a bitch, calls him a pussy, and says like if you're not gonna do anything about this, then you bitch made basically. And then that leads to what we saw in the rink.
Yeah, man. Look, I've been in the ring with Stu. Anytime I've gone down to Knox Pro, swell guy. He's always been good to me. Look, man. He's doing a lot better from what I've heard. He's awake, conscious, talking. The GoFundMe's gone crazy. Mr. Beast donated 10,000. Jericho donated some money. I'm glad that he's doing well, man. It's a very violent, scary situation. And then yeah, man. Shout out Doug. Shout out Doug the Epic, man. I've been out there with him too. He's a chill cat, man, and he did the deed. He saved brother. It's a very delicate situation with everything that's going on, and then I think yeah, man, it's wild.
Yeah, and I think the fact that it's in the world of pro wrestling is kind of the reason why hasn't been like arrested or anything because like
Oh,
the
so here's the thing. He just got a booking for a San Diego promotion because of this shit.
yeah, and I saw that and everyone was just danger pro wrestling. Do not give them any breath. Do not look at them. Do not pay anything towards that promotion because they are a bunch of losers. But yeah, so I don't know why this guy hasn't been arrested yet because clearly what he did was assault, but an attempted murder or attempted something. But I think because it's in the world of pro wrestling and there is that veil of what's real, what's not, and I mean, we saw text messages leak about, people in on the inside not wanting to talk to the police. So it's a very messy, sad situation all the way around.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. It's a crazy situation. Point is, Stu, he's doing better. Hopefully, he kicks out. This I Feel bad for the school, man. Knox Pro, they've always done good business, man. Like even Rusev chimed in about this stuff and everything, and I mean we know like it's obviously getting attention because this was crazy, but also getting like Kishi's name is attached to this and just a whole bunch of other nonsense. But
They lost the WWE ID because of this.
yeah, that oh my
There's
god.
reports that like when Rikishi's there, it's a completely different place than when it's not there, and Rikishi was not there.
No,
So,
he was doing a signing with Tomiko.
so I mean, the Nox Pro, if it will still be a thing, is going to be a completely different organization, I think, going forward because of this.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it's all okay, man. I hope they can persevere through. Killer Kross and Scarlet GCW. They were the Druids involved in the Shotzi Cardona match.
Yeah, I guess that's just put to bed any. Well, who knows? Because WWE and GCW have had some sort of relationship, but I think this kind of puts an end to everyone thinking that this Karrion Kross is a work and he's going to come back to WWE. I don't think so. I think he clearly is gone and has moved on to do some stuff. And Scarlett and Shotzi have been friends for a long time and they've done stuff together in the past. So not a shocker that they have reunited at GCW.
Reunited and it feels so. Yeah, then did you see the promo he cut after?
Yeah, he busted a violin over his head or whatever.
No, the things he was saying. I want your blood or some crazy shit like that. I was like, oh, the Killer Cross is back, huh? Shout out the former Dana Brooke. Ash by Elegance won the TNA Knockouts title. Her first major championship. No, she was a 24/7 champion, right?
Of course, put some respect
That
on
was
her
her
name.
first title, but this is her first major championship. So congratulations to her. Um, I saw like the video afterwards. So how she's saying how grateful she is. Even though she's not with the company anymore, she still got to accomplish this in their ring. So it was kind of like a full circle moment. Yeah, shout out to her, man. She will be Ash by Elegance will be in the Bay Area October 4th for Stars of Wrestling. So
There you
come
go.
check that out and get a photo with the TNA Knockouts Women's Champ.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to her. But on the other hand, this is also kind of the further evidence of the WWE TNA relationship because Ash won the Knockouts title by pinning Masha Slamovich in a triple threat match when JC Jane was nowhere to be seen. So
Masha Slamovich, she was a dominant knockouts champion, so that it is that in some cases even bigger than pinning the actual champion because then you can go on and Masha and Dana can or Masha and Ash can go run that on Impact and develop that story while JC Jane goes back to doing whatever she's doing on NXT.
but my thing is, you do the whole thing of putting the titles together. JC wins both the titles, and then she doesn't even lose. Clearly, the title that would mean less in the NXT world. It's like, okay, we can't even have like Ash by we can't even have Dana Brooke pin JC Jane on NXT to win the TNA title. Like, what are we doing here, people? Like, no disrespect to JC Jane, but I don't think she's like doing main eventing a WrestleMania anytime soon. I think she could take a loss and lose the title.
Well, she's gonna lose that woman's title eventually.
Exactly. And it's probably gonna be to an NXT person, not gonna be to a TNA person.
Yeah, Trick Williams is gonna lose eventually too. NXT Heatwave happened, brother. Oba Femi damn near killed Javon Evans.
As we would expect, big man, little man, just throwing him around, doing it
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Raw Bronson Reed and Rubber Reigns collide. The tribal thief and the tribal chief are trading blows, man.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think this Vision faction is
The Vision.
to get over Braun Breaker and to kind of make him the new star. But in the meantime, I think Bronson Reed definitely, at this current iteration, this current moment in time, has definitely gained the most from this faction because I think Bronson's doing some great stuff. I've always been a fan of his, and he's kind of putting the character work along with, his look and his in-ring ability.
You were a fan
Just
of Jonah?
yeah, just despite apparently not having a working foot anymore because he had to just jump off the cage. But
Hey,
I thought,
brother, I'm kind of in the same boat with him, bro.
what, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, you forgetting I broke my ankle.
But yeah, so this was a solid segment. Roman once again a good babyface promo, something we would have never expected 5 6 years ago when we got an
Bruh,
interesting. We got Cody loudly booed when his name was brought up, and Roman did not defend him.
so yesterday was the 5-year anniversary of Roman Reigns sitting next to Paul Heyman and kickstarting this whole thing. Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and we were here for the whole thing.
Do you remember that? Do you remember where you were when that happened?
Probably on my couch during quarantine.
I think I did I do an emergency podcast? I think I may have done that because, like, bro, like that was crazy. I was like, oh my god, Roman Reigns is sitting next to Paul Heyman, and then boom, we kickstarted this run of a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it literally changed Roman's career from like one of the most, I mean, I don't know how you put it, just like, dropped balls or failed experiments in wrestling history to one of the biggest needle movers, one of the biggest wrestling stars. I mean, you can argue he was a bigger to the WWE business than John Cena was just because of what he did to turn around business in that short
Yeah,
period
well,
of
actually,
time.
that's a great thing you brought that up because Roman talked about that on Stephanie's podcast. He said, despite all the success that he's had recently, like he still feels like he's not there. Like there's still even more levels to climb.
I mean, he still hasn't been that true blue babyface champion, like face of the company, which, at this point, who knows how many days he's going to be running. So maybe it's just, that time has passed us. We had that. We tried from 15 to 20. It didn't work. And we're just
I
not
don't
going to
know,
have
man.
that type of
I don't know.
schedule again.
I think 2026 we will see babyface champion Roman Reigns. I'm telling you, WrestleMania 42, Allegiant Stadium, QB1 versus OTC1.
I mean, maybe. And if it's, like I said, the fans in Europe loudly booed Cody. They didn't boo Cody exactly at SummerSlam, but the crowd was definitely kind of
They
more in
were playing
favor of
along. They were
Cena.
playing along.
So we run it back. Maybe Roman, wins the Rumble, goes after Cody.
That's what I'm saying.
They have that big match.
Roman wins the Rumble. You think he's gonna pick Seth, but then that music hits on SmackDown. Like Roman said, I told you were in my way in life. I want what's mine back. Like, ooh, huh? No.
I mean, it's definitely interesting, despite us, seeing that match, I guess 3 times technically, if you add the tag match at a WrestleMania. But
Yeah,
if you add the
but
dynamic of a possible not heel turn from Cody, but a change in direction of Cody, with it, I mean, the dynamic is flipped. He's the champion. He's the incumbent. He's the chief now with the
yeah, because I
championship.
remember I just recently rewatched their match at 39, and like Cody gets his shine off or whatever, then Roman rolls outside and Paul Heyman tells him he's here for you. You're not here for him. Now it's the other way around. Roman's there for Cody. Cody's not there for Roman.
Exactly. So
So yeah. So lot of good stuff. Jey Uso stands tall. Super kicks CM Punk standing tall at the end. Roman had to talk with him. He's like, do this for the family. Like you're at that point now, basically. What were your thoughts on all this? Well, I have to step away real quick.
I mean, just the backstage segment with Roman and Jay, I thought was good. Just another aspect of Roman's babyface character that I think is working. You know, told Jay, gotta do it for you. You can't be the fun loving guy doing it for everyone else. This is your opportunity. You got to do it for you. And Jay was able to do that. And they're telling, I think, a good story. We'll get into it when we get to the preview of. There's 4 people involved, 3 baby faces, 1 heel, but they have a good dynamic with all the baby faces going after each other, without everyone, coming off like unlikable. I mean, literally, I think LA Knight has the biggest gripe. CM Punk, like he kind of always is kind of right, but just the way he goes about it kind of doesn't seem the best in terms of how he's coming across. And then Jay is kind of caught in the middle of kind of the guy, he's the kid in the divorced relationship, feels like he's getting pulled from 2 different directions and he just can't take it anymore. So he, super kicked his dad or LA Knight. So Yeah, I think they've been telling a good story, even though the finish it's more of a fact of who's going to lose than who's going to actually win. Just because I don't think anyone really suspects Seth Rollins to drop the title this quickly. But the little little story they told throughout the show with everyone, all the challengers cutting promos by themselves. And then, like I said, the Jay and Roman dynamic, and then Jay listening
Yeah.
to Roman was, I thought, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All that. I love that. Nikki attacks Becky. Becky Lynch in some hot water over her comments about
Yeah,
the Prince of
Becky
Darkness.
going after Ozzy Osbourne, R.I.P. And they were in Birmingham, England, home of the Prince of Darkness. And I definitely saw
Sharon!
Kelly, the daughter. I saw her tweet. I don't know if Sharon said anything, but they were not a fan. Becky, she toes that line. She goes and says like ridiculous stuff. But I think Nikki and Becky are kind of almost in the same boat. It's like they say stuff, but when they say it, you kind of don't feel like they actually mean it. And when Nikki talks, she feels like she's gonna say like the most creative, like bombastic thing you ever heard of, and then just kind of comes off kind of lame. Like the whole C word line, which I did think Becky played it off well of saying coward's worse than what you thought you were gonna say. But they've built it up decently enough, I would say. It's like, it's a match between two people, two legends, I would say, in quotes.
Well,
Nikki gets good
Nikki's a
reactions,
whole.
but I still don't know exactly like if she's like that big of a deal.
I mean, she is the legend in this situation. She's the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but Becky, I would argue, is like a bigger legend, and she's like on the back end of her prime, but she's still a legend. You can be active and still legend.
I wonder who is more famous, Becky Lynch or Nikki Bella? Because Total Bellas and Total Divas got Nikki a lot of reach. I mean, sure,
I would
Becky's
say
in Happy
people. I
Gilmore right
mean,
now.
I'd say Becky Lynch is a bigger wrestling star, but Nikki Bella is a more. I don't want to say big. It's like, should I just say bigger star because
Yeah,
it's
like
like
she did what she did. Didn't she do Dancing with the
because she
Stars?
just Dance with the Stars. She has her own. She had her own e-shows.
She did
Total
fucking
Bellas.
she's a judge on X Factor or America's Got Talent or something like that. Like she's done all these
I
big
think I
big
think Nikki
things.
Bella is one of those celebrities that people who don't know her be like, oh, I've seen her. I don't know what I know she's from that one thing. I don't know what her name is, but I remember her. She's like one of those celebrities.
Shout
You'll
out
get a
Nikki,
lot of people who will recognize her but not know her name.
shout out Nikki Bella, respectfully, of course. Um,
Always,
the wine is doing good business, I assume.
I guess. Maybe we got to take a trip out to Napa one time.
We got to take a trip out to Napa. Yeah, I gotta stomp somebody's ass in Napa. Uh, Kofi defeated Penta.
Yeah, after Penta kind of running through New Day, and this has been like a kind of quiet little mid card feud, just basically based off Penta wearing Xavier's hat. Um, you know, Kofi beats
Miero.
Kofi beats Penta, so maybe this leads to like a tag team match. I mean, honestly, the New Day heel turn has been almost as big of a disappointment as the John Cena heel turn, to be honest.
Well, the Johnson did, bro. What? Hold on. I did
I forgot it worked.
it. Do I have to rehash it?
No, we did that last time. We gotta do it again.
Jesus, God, like you people, you wanted it for so long, and then you got it. Oh, like Daniel Bryan was right. You people are fickle, fickle. God,
Always have been. Always will be.
sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. What's up with Daniel Bryan? What's up with him? He chilling?
He was the commentator for AEW over the weekend while while Taz was away or couldn't make the European flight. So I
It's
thought
okay. Let's talk about AEW in the ECW arena. I've been to that arena. It's fantastic.
2300 arena for legal purposes.
Yes,
But
I love that place, man.
it's a good venue. I mean, it doesn't have the same vibe as the old ECW days just because everything's all glossied up and all that all that stuff that's actually in the building, technically speaking, kind of takes up space for the crowd. But it's a historic venue, and it was a good time for AEW. They're going to be there for a couple weeks. They started off with FTR cutting a promo complaining about Paul Turner miscounting because I guess Bandito was in legal manner or whatever. They didn't really like shine too big of a spotlight on it, but that sent in Christian and Adam Copeland to make the save, and they challenge FTR to a match at All Out. So it looks like we're going to get to have that tag match in Toronto. Christian and Copeland. So CNC, not ENC, because legal purposes. They reunite in Toronto. So this has been on the docket for a little bit. So we are on the road to All Out, which is in 3 weeks. Same night as WrestlePalooza. Who would have seen that coming? Um, Wheeler Yuta was out in the ring for some reason, cutting a promo, even though he already cut a promo earlier on. And then Hook made his return. He has a new song. Forgive me, do not know it off the top of my head, but no more Action Bronson. But
I
another
love
one
it.
of
I love Action Bronson.
I know, but it's another one of those kind of like laid back kind of speaking rap songs. So it's kind of like chill. It's another chill vibe for Hook, and that's kind of his thing. So he returns, beats up Wheeler Yuta, and that was about it. Hook was on fire. I mean, 2022, because I remember
Yeah.
that's when I went to Double or Nothing. Him and Danhausen had that tag match on the pre-show, and Hook was on fire, so over. But I think he was too green for his push, and they didn't really do anything with him, which I think was a missed opportunity. But he's back, and I don't have high expectations because I don't think he's really kind of gotten much better since then, and he doesn't get the same reactions, so it just doesn't work. Um, Hangman Page comes out and he kind of cuts a promo talking about his match against MJF, kind of looking towards the future. Then Don Callis comes out. He cuts a promo on um, Adam Page, kind of burying Kenny Omega because he wants that title. But the last time he had that title, he had a weakling, so obviously sending shots at Kenny. He brings out the entire Don Callis family. They go beat up Hangman. And then Hangman has some friends, but then finally Kenny Omega comes out and makes the save, and Hangman and Kenny embrace. So the reunion of a great AEW tag team. So that was fun. So it looks as though we will be getting some sort of Don Callis family member taking on Hangman Page.
Bro, do you remember the match Hangman and Kenny had with the Young Bucks? That was crazy.
I mean, it was the best thing to happen, and then the world ended. It was a
Yeah,
great match, fantastic match.
was 20 or that was early. It was early 2020, huh?
It was Revolution. It was like probably the
Yeah.
best. I've checked the tape. I probably would have said that was the best match of 2020. Probably whatever the New Japan main event was that year, which I can't really remember, but I
We don't know what the best match of 2020 was.
I love that match
Firefly
so
Funhouse.
much. Exactly. I would defend that match, but I don't know if it was the best match of the show
And the
or best match
Boneyard.
of the year.
Boneyard.
Um, maybe. So then in the main event, we had Darby Allin take on Claudio Castagnoli in a basically hardcore match, so ECW style match. Earlier in the show, Darby sent a challenge out to Moxley to have a match at All Out, which scares the living daylights out of me because the way Darby was talking, he painted All Out in blood with his ear, and he said that he's willing to die for this. So clearly, it's going to be some sort of death match between Moxley and Darby. I'm not ready
Bro,
for
so
that,
I have a
but it's going to
question.
happen.
Why do they keep doing Texas death matches not in Texas? It's called a fucking death
I don't
match.
know. It's just a style. It's a style of death match.
But what about Texas makes the style?
It's just different in Texas, brother.
I need they don't see this is where the recaps and all that shit that WWE does, it helps you understand what's going on. I need to know what makes a Texas death match that much more violent. What happened in Texas and the deathmatch wrestling scene that made it that much more violent for it to be branded a Texas death match and not a regular effing death match? Brother.
Well, take it up with the commission. I don't know. But Darby and Claudio had a
Oh my God, hold on. We have to talk about this. Did you see Triple H post that poster Kill Tony?
Yep.
Brother, the internet had a field day with that when they thought Paul put a hit out on the Elite Man.
Well, that's just wrestling fans being sheltered and not exactly knowing some pop culture stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah. Get back to
But yeah,
this.
so Darby and Claudio had a really fun hardcore match. Darby gets absolutely yeeted in the traditional sense from the
Yes, that is
from
what
the
he.
ring onto the announce table outside. It was terrible, but it looked good.
They didn't Javon just do that spot?
Well, what's often imitated, never duplicated. I guess I don't know. But Darby gets the win. Uh, Death Riders come out try to attack him, but Darby scurs away. So, like I said, we're on the track to All Out already. We have one match basically announced in Edge and Christian taking on FTR, and then Darby and Moxley seemingly is going to happen as well. And yeah, some other happenings, but overall another solid episode of Dynamite. I know Tony Tony Khan really enjoyed having AEW in the ECW arena because he has been vocal of how big of an ECW fan he was all those
Do
years
you,
ago.
do you think he's how pissed do you think he is about the WrestlePalooza?
He's probably not thrilled with it, especially, not just the business aspect, taking a name he loves so much and utilizing it against him. Just a whole bunch of ball of frustration, probably.
I mean, you think WWE should just start using all the ECW names, barely legal? So they had like a cyber one too. I forgot.
I'm pretty sure the Tony Khan's gonna have some spicy takes at the All Out press conference. So
Let's
we'll
hear
have to
him.
wait and see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clash in Paris is this Sunday. You don't want to miss it. It's happening in the morning. Let's go over the card. 5 matches. What you call it? You're gonna have a good old fashioned Donnybrook with Rusev and Sheamus.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with Rusev. I mean, he's basically just Miro in AEW, but just in WWE, not really doing anything. I don't know. I guess Rusev just because he's new, but I don't know if they've already soured on him and just give it a Sheamus so he can do something later.
Okay. I see you. I see you. I
Give me
see.
Rusev.
Rusev Muchka. Rusev Machka. Let's see what else do we have here. Dun, 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 dun. It is for the women's intercontinental championship. The man Becky Lynch, the self-proclaimed greatest women's wrestler of all time, going up against the Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. I got Becky. Give you that, Becky?
Give me that Becky. Yeah, I think Becky is gonna win. Match should be okay. There's probably gonna be some sloppy Nikki Bella spots like there usually are. But I think they'll get in, get out, and the crowd will be hot because they got the European and Becky Lynch to cheer for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's see what else is on this card. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, it is the Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman in his corner. Come on now. You already know the one is in the. Can you see my one? I know it's high.
It's so high, can't even see it.
It's in the sky,
Don't hurt yourself.
Here, you see it now.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Should be a fun match. Gonna be interesting to see how they book Bronson and how they book this match in general, to see how much they give him. But I think at the end of the day, Roman Reigns wins, and it's probably just him to climb the ladder to then face Braun Breaker, then face Seth Rollins.
All right, it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is a fatal four-way. LA Knight, versus main event Jey Uso versus CM Punk versus the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. There's going to be chicanery like a motherfucker in this one. Rollins is walking out the champ.
Yeah, talked a little bit about it while you're away. It's like the winner isn't really in doubt. It's more about who's going to be the loser. And I think just Seth pins LA Knight. That seems like the most obvious one, but I think that's probably the right one.
All right. Lastly, I think this is going to close the show. John Cena versus Logan Paul, with the rumor, the speculation that the Beast is in Paris. Cena going over, but then he gets laid out by the Beast incarnate. Then we go to WrestlePalooza. Because have you seen the press release for WrestlePalooza?
I have not.
It says there will be many big stars. They list like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and John Cena will have a match with somebody he hasn't wrestled in well over a decade. So, yeah.
Bryan Danielson. I don't know if that's the case.
Chris Jericho. Bro, I saw somebody. I mean, I got Cena. I got Cena going over.
Give me Logan Paul.
Okay. I saw somebody Cena was doing the open challenge. They were like, what if he does the open challenge for his last match? And it's Chris Jericho. I was like, I don't hate it, but I feel like Jericho he's a rumble pop.
And it's the perfect match because he doesn't have to do much.
The break the walls down. I mean, he's been off TV. His body's healing. Jericho, he can get in shape in 2 weeks. As what we've seen over the past couple years. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. You're telling me they're going to fly Brock Lesnar all the way out to Paris, France, just to show up for like 10 seconds? That's not something they do.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. What is this weekend, Brandon?
There's like a KiccBacc or something, I've been told.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Can you hear that?
Not really.
Oh, I'm gonna stop that then. Yes, Big Toko's KiccBacc 4. It is happening this weekend. You do not want to miss it. It's going down in Cornerstone for the second year in a row. Berkeley, California. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Chima versus Dante, the story they've been telling for quite some time. Lumberjack match. You have the Samoan Reaper going up against Midas Creed. You have the Buffet Battle Royal. Winner gets an opportunity at the Pacific Seas Championship down the line. The Melanin Mafia attacked multiple members of the mob. So DJ Fresh is the only one left who's going to help join him to go up against the Melanin Mafia. And then the main event, Mariachi Montana. Or I can't see. Yeah, Mariachi Montana and Titus Alexander going up against the South Pacific Savages. Trios action for the main event. You don't want to miss it. It is happening tomorrow night in Berkeley, California. Bell time is 7. Doors are at 6. You don't want to miss it. The KiccBacc is special, man. It really is. This is the 4th installment, biggest one of all time. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back in a couple of days for a Clash in Paris recap. Thank you so much. As always, be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.